Hi, welcome to our Senior Project Design, FPGA hardware emulation for the Atari 2600. I'm Carl Clark. I'm currently a full-time student and a part-time intern at Intel.
Hello, my name is Caitlin Blythe. My interest is in digital signal processing and FPGA programming.
Hi, my name is Nick Kasha, and I have 3 years of experience working in digital design and failure analysis.
Hi, my name is Mohammed Sheikh, and I have 3.5 years of experience as a software engineer and machine learning intern at SAIC.
Hello, my name is Kendall Welsh, and I have 10 years of experience repairing electronics in the Navy.
For our project, we're emulating an Atari 2600 video game console. Utilizing an FPGA, we'll be able to emulate the Atari on a hardware level and achieve a level of accuracy that makes it indistinguishable from the original console. Some history on the Atari 2600. It was a part of the second generation of home video game consoles, being one of the first to provide a full experience through the console and game alone. It was originally released in 1977, which makes the console nearly half a century old. It was a huge commercial success, selling over 30 million units across its production and receiving massive developer support, with nearly 500 titles released for the console. Its legacy still holds, as Atari occasionally releases remakes of the console that emulate it on the software level.
Obviously, this hardware is aged, and older hardware components are susceptible to degradation over time. Advancements in technology have made some of the older architectures accessible in smaller form factors. There's a large community of retro gaming enthusiasts who are really passionate about replaying classic video games in the most accurate way possible, and an accurate hardware emulation through FPGA can create an experience that really closely matches the original experience. There are a few Atari emulators on the market today. Most notable are the Analog Pocket, which has a lot of different cartridge adapters such as the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, the Atari Lynx. This does work with original cartridges and is purely a handheld console. The other is the Mr. FPGA project, which is an open source project that uses FPGA-based hardware to recreate a lot of different classic video game consoles, arcade games, and classic computers.
In order for us to accurately emulate the Atari 2600, we need to focus diligently in 2 key areas, design and validation, where we constantly bounce back and forth between these 2 phases. We're in the design phase. We work in Verilog to design the components for the Atari 2600, and then we move to the validation phase, which is where we are debugging, making sure that everything is working and behaving exactly as we expect, before we finally make the big step and move all that we've written onto the FPGA. The project has been divided into a couple separate parts that each of us are working on separately and individually. The 6502, or the CPU, is being worked on by Kyle and Mohammed. The Riot chip, which controls RAM and input-output signals, is being worked on by Caitlin. The TIA chip, which is responsible for video output and audio, is being worked on by myself and Kendall. Validation is something that we all participate in order to make sure that what we design works both individually and together. Finally, we are all responsible for integrating peripherals such as cartridges and controllers.
There are a handful of challenges that we may face in an attempt to achieve the best accuracy and working with FPGA technology in general. Ensuring our design is able to functionally handle all program instructions as the original Atari, ensuring our design processes execute with proper timing, and processing our signals in a way that they're able to be sent out via the VGA port on the FPGA, while also being able to take in signals from cartridges and controllers through the GPIO on the FPGA.
By the end of the capstone, the FPGA Atari team plans on having a fully functional FPGA architecture capable of interacting with original Atari 2600 peripherals, including game controllers and game paddles, as well as being able to interface with the original game cartridges. We hope this will provide an experience that's indistinguishable from the original Atari 2600 console, and plan to open source the project for others to implement into their own FPGAs on their own time.